The next 3D Mario game is a vast open mystery, and it's almost been 10 years since the last 3D Mario game. But hear me out. There's a lot of different things that the next 3D Mario could take place, and Nintendo themselves probably just hinted at the next 3D Mario game. Now, what if we were thinking into this too deep? What if it's not going to be Super Mario Galaxy 3? What if it's not going to be Super Mario Odyssey 2? Now, what if it's something completely different? Because from the new Galaxy movie trailer, there's a lot of things that really go into play and making me think that just maybe they might have really predicted or hinted on what this game is going to be. Now, if you take a look at the first scene, or let's just say the first 30 seconds of the trailer, you'll see that Bowser is painting a picture because he was stuck in his little kingdom after eating a tiny mushroom. Now, what does this all mean? Well, it means that, for one thing, the next 3D Mario game, Bowser might not be the main villain, or the big bad, as you might call it. He might be something more interesting to play. And we know that Bowser Jr. is now sort of the big bad evil, eating wonder flowers and making them all go all crazy. So if that's really what's going to happen, well then great, that would be a very interesting tale. But maybe if every single Mario game is connected in some way, what if there was something to do with the timeline itself? So I'm talking about the past, the present, and the future. So maybe in the next 3D Mario game, we're going to travel back in time to do a bunch of things, and some levels will be in the future, some levels will be in the present, some levels will be completely all over the place. There'll be a mixed reality and broken timelines, and maybe you'll have a fixed timeline, or a timeline that just completely doesn't make sense. Like 10,000 Bowsers, if you will. But overall, all of these things aside would make for a pretty interesting 3D Mario game. I think it's very overdue for the next 3D Mario game, and I think it's going to be awesome. Now, what kind of characters would we see in this 3D Mario game? Would it be something like Super Mario 3D World, where you had multiple different characters and it was easy to just traverse, have fun with your friends? Or would it be more like a Super Mario Odyssey sort of story or gameplay? Now, I think it would be a little bit of both. You would get, of course, your Super Mario Odyssey sort of gameplay where it was more open world, but then it was kind of compact into one level. And then you would get your multiplayer sort of aspect when you're looking at playing with your families or friends. But what if it was completely open world? Now, we know that Nintendo likes to take their games open world. If you look at what's going on with Mario Kart, you'll know that that's open world. If you look at Kirby Air Riders, that is also open world. If you look at pretty much every game that's happened in the last 10 years, they're pretty much all their IPs are going open world, but not Mario. So what's going on? Although we did get Bowser's Fury, but if that were to me, I wouldn't really say that that is necessarily a mainline Mario game. Now, although Bowser's Fury is technically open world, which is amazing, just maybe that leads me to believe we could be seeing a fully open world, diving deep into what could happen. Now, I think that a big part of the next 3D Mario game could be set in the space, so maybe you can do some sort of galaxy missions, but you'll also be placed down into a different reality when it comes to Mario. You'll see the Mushroom Kingdom, you'll see pretty much everything that is associated with Mario, what Mario is very well known for, but the different missions will cause you to either go and jump on this person's head and then you get a superstar, or whatever the case may be. You do a whole bunch of different missions, maybe for Rosalina, maybe for someone else, and you collect more and more superstars to save the galaxy. Maybe Bowser is over here trying to cause some chaos. Maybe Bowser Jr. is going to return, but bigger and stronger. Maybe Bowser Jr. has a staff of timeline or something. Maybe he has the Ocarina of Stars. But overall, something might happen to cause all of this chaos to happen, to unfold, so then there is a point to go from one end of the galaxy to the next galaxy, and then go into different planets to evolve into different ways. Now, of course, evolve is not really the correct word, but if you look at the Super Mario Galaxy movie, you'll know that it really looks like there's definitely much more out there than just this one couple of scenes. Now, of course, it's Galaxy after all, not Super Mario Planet, not Super Mario Flower, but Super Mario Galaxy, hundreds of thousands of galaxies to explore. Now, if you look at one game that is really good for galaxies and exploration, No Man's Sky. Now, this could be an interesting way that Super Mario could be taken. 3D Mario could be something like No Man's Sky, where you start off on a little tiny planet, maybe that's going to be the Mushroom Kingdom, and you have to go and save someone. Could this be Waluigi, Wario? You have to go and save someone that is completely lost, broken timeline, all the way across the galaxy. Then you make yourself a spaceship, or you get yourself your star, or whatever it is, and then you go from one galaxy to the next galaxy. If you don't know, No Man's Sky has like 3 quadrillion planets, which is a crazy number to unhold. So if Mario could be something like that, something similar where you can go to endless amount of different planets. Now, it probably wouldn't be a fully fleshed out level, but more like a generated world. Now, if that's the way that Nintendo will take it, well then that would be really interesting. But again, I don't think that that's necessarily the case when it comes to 3D Mario. I think sure, they will implement some things from this movie into the next 3D Mario, because this movie really looks amazing. It really has a lot of boss fights that we've previously fought in Mario Galaxy games. It really has a lot of those characters that you really want. Rosalina, amazing. And maybe inside the next 3D Mario game, we're finally going to see every single character. Instead of cutting off certain characters, we'll see them all. Rosalina will be the great god of the sky and galaxies. Then we'll have Peach, which controls the Mushroom Kingdom. You'll have Toad, kind of like the movies. And I honestly think this is where the next 3D Mario is going to take place. It honestly is very, very interesting. I think the 3D Mario movie, or the Galaxy movie as a whole, is going to be very interesting and very awesome. But now we gotta dive straight into the next 3D Mario. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be something truly special. Something that, in other words, you can't explain. But all of those things aside, this is all speculation at the end of the day. You can really take a grain of salt and be like, you know what, I'm gonna look at this grain of salt and just maybe it's going to happen. But ever since the Super Mario Galaxy movie official trailer, it really seems like just maybe this is going to happen. So overall, we're probably going to have to see more on what's going to be happening with the Super Mario Galaxy movie. But at the end of the day, it's almost time. It's almost here for the next 3D Mario. I'm really excited. I hope you're just as excited as I am to see what is it going to be. Is it going to be timeline related? Is it going to be you're going to get a time machine and you're going to go back in time? Is it going to be something completely different? Or is it just going to follow the same recipe that maybe Odyssey laid out for us? But instead of having Cappy and all of those, we're going to have something different, like the Wand of Mischief. Who knows? Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about all of this. And thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a fantastic day. Consider hit the like button, maybe subscribing if you are new. And with that being said, hope you have an amazing day and see you in the next one.